This is Linda. Today I'm going to show you how to make a green smoothie soup. I hope that you love it. Let's start adding some amazing ingredients for this delicious savory soup. To start with, I filled the blender. I use Vitamix. You can use another high-speed blender, and maybe if it's a NutriBullet, for instance, just do a smaller amount of everything. All of the amounts are adjustable, but I'll give you, these are basically the proportions that I like when I make my green smoothie soup. All right, so we have a pitcher half filled with water. I'll start off with the apple. This is a whole red apple cut up. And I could add some of the greens. So I'm using Swiss chard, spinach, and kale. To that, I'm adding a bunch of parsley and a bunch of cilantro, stems and all. The stems have a lot of flavor. I'll be adding the rest of the ingredients after I get this started blending. Now I'll add some other delicious ingredients. I'll start with cucumber. If cucumber is not organic, go ahead and peel it. This one's organic. You can add a lot of cucumber. The more, the better, really. It'll be great like that. I happen to have a slightly overripe tomato, which is perfect to throw into this. I think I'll cut it in half just to make it blend a little easier. And some red onion. This is about a quarter of a small red onion. I think I'll chop that a little smaller too. I have half an avocado, but this is for the very end. If you add avocado too soon, it'll become frothy and bubbly, and it just won't be as nice for the texture. So I'll hold out until after I'm completely satisfied with the flavors. Next, I'm going to add some miso paste. Pretty good scoop of that. Maybe I'll do a little bit more. Probably 2 tablespoons for this half a pitcher of water. And some garlic powder, because garlic powder has a more cooked flavoring to it. So I'm not really sure how much. It's just a guesstimate. You have to underdo the seasonings so that you can feel good about adding more and not ruining the whole thing. Also going to spice it up. I have some habanero sauce. You can use any kind of sriracha or some other taco type sauce or seasoning if you like, or a small slice of a pepper of your choice. Just a little will make it taste slightly like salsa, a very, very mild salsa. I like it more spicy than my family, so if I'm going to be sharing this, I want to make sure I add the habanero just to my portion after I've finished. All right, the other important thing to add is lemons. So by adding lemons, you're toning down the greens and it tastes so much better. So if you are finding that it's too green tasting for you, add more lemon and more apple. Green apple works beautifully with this too. I just happen to have the red one ready to go. I'm peeling it first. This is not something I want to be overly lemony. I'm just using the lemon juice itself. So if you don't have a high-speed blender, but you're able to blend the greens well and strain them instead of use this method, then I would squeeze the juice out of the lemon. But in my case, I can add the entire inside of the lemon, and the Vitamix handles grinding up the seeds so that you can't even tell they're in there. Okay. I'm just chopping it in quarters so that it'll blend up well. And that should be it. The saltiness in this is going to come from the miso paste for the soup base. It's salty-ish. And if I didn't have that, I can still do a wonderful smoothie without the miso. But in that case, I would add celery because celery has natural salts. So I would chop up the celery into small pieces and add a stick or two. The more you get used to doing without salt, the more salty celery tastes to you. So it's a good test to see how your salt tolerance is, to see if you can taste the salt in celery. Here we go. All right, let's check it out. I love to use little shot glasses to see how it's tasting. As you can see, it's got some foam building on the top, but not very much yet. So that's good. That shows that I didn't add the avocado too soon yet. This is delicious. It's got a gentle sweetness. The lemon is balancing out the greens. It's still a mature taste. I wouldn't give it to kids like this. For children, I would add a lot of lemon and a lot of apple first. But oh my goodness. That's great. It's got just the right amount of spice for me. I am going to go ahead and add the avocado. I don't have to use this whole thing. It actually tastes pretty great the way it is. So I'm actually to this whole pitcher just going to add a quarter of an avocado. In the Vitamix, I do like to, at the very end, let it run on the very lowest speed, try to make some of the air come out of it. Then I'm going to put it into a nice glass. Here we go. A green smoothie soup. I think you're going to love it. This is something that if you put it into a mason jar and fill it to the very top and screw the lid on, it's a little bit challenging when you open it up because it's very, very full. But if you can get all of the air out, it can last about 24 hours and still taste really good at the very end. But I wouldn't go longer than that. Preferably, you can have it right when you make it. Enjoy.